Welcome to Divine Purpose Podcast with your host Patrice and
Daniel Myers.
So today's episode, everybody, is about sex.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Man, before we get into sex, today we drinking Martell Blue Swift. And this is a nice cognac. So I'm a cognac drinker. And I had to be okay with the fact that I'm a cognac drinker. But I like doing different.
Why do you have to be okay with being a cognac
Because
drinker?
when you think cognac, you are always thinking about Hennessy or Remy, Cavassier, the shit that everybody drinks. But this is some cool ass shit. It tastes great. This is Martell Blue Swift. They're not paying us. This is beautiful. But the same way we read for the back of the wine bottles.
You are not about to read that whole two-page
Nah, it's not long.
Oh, okay.
For years, the Swift has been an icon for Martell, a symbol of pioneering spirit that once inspired its momentous journey in 1783, making it the first to ship its barrels of cognac to the United States. It guides us once again with this smooth liquid made of 100% Martell VSOP cognac, then finished in bourbon cask from Kentucky. It's tribute to the bluegrass state.
Oh, so it has a hint of bourbon too?
Yeah, the bourbon barrels.
Okay.
It's in tribute to the bluegrass state, Martell Blue Swift combines Martell's signature style of delicate fruit and plum notes with a subtle sweetness of vanilla and toasted oak from bourbon cask. That must be why I like it so much.
Why?
Vanilla.
Ah, got it.
It's my favorite. I love vanilla. The vanilla incense burning. The vanilla burn. Yeah, I just love vanilla. Vanilla.
And what is vanilla normally considered?
What do you mean?
The scent vanilla.
What does it mean?
Vanilla is an aphrodisiac.
It is aphrodisiac.
So it's a smell that actually we light consistently in our house.
Yeah.
We love vanilla candles, vanilla incense.
Hell yeah.
We didn't know that it was an aphrodisiac.
I'm like, why are we doing so much fucking? Because vanilla is always in the atmosphere. Every time I walk in the house, I'm like, damn, I'm horny in the motherfucker. As soon as I walk in the living room, because it's vanilla incense burning. That's what you done did.
So, sex.
Scotch.
The thing about sex is, the question that we had was, can you have bad sex with your soulmate?
Oh, first off, before we go to that is the question. That's the topic of the day, and that's how we got into sex. But I want to talk about, why we're talking about sex is because, we were with a couple this week, and who we were with, we always doing stuff with different people. But this particular couple, couples always ask us questions. Oh. And it was like every time we around couples, somehow sex, the conversation comes up.
Yeah.
And the conversation came up because people always want to know how often they always ask us, man, how often are y'all fucking? And I said, we being around other couples, we can tell when other couples are fucking because the vibe is
the energy is different.
It's motherfuckers that be in a relationship and they not fucking, and you
can tell.
They just dry.
They not really happy.
They not happy at all.
They not really happy.
I be feeling like you should be looking good. You can have a whole bunch of money. You can do whatever. But if you ain't fucking, it shows. How they happy like this? Because is you fucking? Is you fucking?
That's my song. So
that's how it came up. And the question that was posed was, can you have bad sex with your soulmate?
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So how do you feel about that? Do you think you can have bad sex with your soulmate?
No. Straight up no. If it's a soulmate and you're having soul ties, you're connected and you're connecting a lot.
I disagree.
You think you can have bad sex with a soulmate?
Yes, I do.
A soulmate?
Yeah.
Explain.
The reason why I think you can have bad sex with a soulmate is when, even with soulmates, you go through times in a relationship where communication may not be its best. And I feel like if you're not properly communicating with your soulmate or properly connected with trust and communication, it will lead to bad sex.
I guess I can see that because there are ups and downs, I guess, but like we be on
because we experienced that.
There was a long time
Jefferson Hall was definitely rough because our communication was off. There was a lot of things going on in the background in our relationship at that time. And it led to us being very disconnected sexually, even while we were having sex, but it wasn't good sex.
It wasn't like what we be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah.
Great. And the fucked up part about that time is the dude that lived across the fucking hall from us. His nigga's name was Mike. I guess the neighbors know my name. This nigga had
so many different women screaming Mike.
Yeah, man, and we wasn't even
like
fucking
all times during the day. At night, during the day.
Like, Mike got another bitch over there.
Yeah, Mike was tearing it down.
Nigga lived across the hall from us, and we was going through a slump, and I had to sit there and listen to, oh shit, Mike, and I'm like, I guess the neighbor nigga name now is called street is Mike.
Yeah,
across the hall is Mike.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like while yes, the conversation is about sex, but I think it's equally just as much about communication, because I feel like during your growth in a relationship, your sexual desires change, and if you don't communicate that to your mate, the changes or something that you want to do different, something that you want to do exciting, it will lead to bad sex, no matter if you're soulmates or not. Yeah, well, but okay. Soulmates though, because you're soulmates with this person. Like I feel like you're my soulmate. Do you feel the same? Yes, I do.
Oh, you had to fucking think about that shit, bitch. Fuck you then. You ain't my fucking soulmate. I'm gonna go find her.
Tried that, didn't work. But go ahead.
You ain't shit.
I know.
All right.
I know.
But all right, since you know we're soulmates, I can't believe you just said that shit. Since you know, that shit threw me all the way off. That shit threw me off. God damn. I did try it. Right back home.
Keep going.
Knowing that we're soulmates, that's like a form of going up and down.
Yeah.
Right? So like we're going through life together. I feel like we're going through lifetimes together. Like this is where we are in this lifetime. I truly feel like
lifetimes. You think that this is
yeah, I found you. I found you.
See, I guess my problem with believing in what's it called? Reincarnation is that I'm not interested in doing this shit again. Like, no.
I fucking love life.
I love life too, and I can guarantee you I'll love it a lot more in the spirit realm. I don't need to be physically in this fucking body to enjoy life.
It might not be this body. It might be cardinals.
I don't want to do this again.
Even as a cardinal?
No.
You're not interested in seeing what a cardinal vision looks like?
No, I am interested in being a spirit and truly manifesting things with my mind, creating things with my mind, having sex without actually touching, just by telepathically sending a thought. I'm not interested in doing none of this physical stuff.
Say that one more time that you just said.
Having sex telepathically without physically touching.
You could do that in this realm too, I believe.
Oh yeah, you can. You can.
Cosmic sexuality.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
What do I think about cosmic sexuality?
Yeah.
I think cosmic sexuality. So I believe we experience a lot of cosmic sexuality. Like we could be in the room with a whole bunch of people and we are connected. And we can go throughout the whole day with that connection building. And no one knows what's going on but me and you. And it can get to the point where the buildup is so high that as soon as we get into our home, like, think about this, right? When we first got back together, we did not have intercourse. But you remember what happened that first night? We did not have intercourse.
Yeah.
That was cosmic sexuality.
Yeah.
That was mental.
Well, see, an aspect of cosmic sexuality, though, too, it says that men are not supposed to ejaculate. That your power is through your semen.
Yeah.
By holding it.
You build it up. Build up.
But not build up to even come. The objective is to actually not release your strength.
Yeah,
which
so
is
you redirect that strength somewhere else, and you apply that same strength to whatever you're doing.
How do you feel about that?
It's powerful, but I don't like, because I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something about me. When you get to that level of build up, I'm letting it go. I gotta let it go.
Do you have to?
I don't have to.
Apparently you don't have to.
I've never tried not to. I have to let it go. Bow. Because otherwise, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to hold it in and just apply it to fucking whatever.
Try it. See if you can try it for a week.
Well, with no sex?
No sex, no masturbating, no nothing.
For a whole week?
For a week.
What, nigga?
Yes, for a week.
I better be able to move a mountain for real.
Yeah, for real.
Damn. So I guess that's why people say, I guess that's why they're saying if you remain celibate while you're building, because that's not saying you don't get horny while you're celibate.
Yeah, or that you don't mentally, or that you don't stimulate each other.
But you talking about not even masturbating, like no
I'm
type
saying
of
no
release. I would probably about to fight somebody by the end of the week. I would probably punch somebody right in the mouth. You already know.
Yeah, I don't think you could do it.
No, fuck no. I'm not even gonna sit up here and pretend I can. Then you be looking like Umar Johnson that said he was a motherfucking celibate and they found out he was fucking a stripper bitch. Man. He was when he was going around this tour, he was like, I'm celibate, and then the bitch.
He's real Derek Jackson-ish out here.
Yeah, that nigga. That's a whole nother story. Let's get back on us. I don't like talking about other people's shit. Like their shit is their shit. But our shit, let's get back to that.
So the evolution. The evolution is, of course, when you first start off and you have that first time, it's always like, well, for me, it's always magical. I've never really had bad sex. I probably can name like maybe twice where it was like, ooh, what is this? But
and that wasn't your fault.
I can't say that it wasn't my fault because I shouldn't have been with that person.
Maybe that
anyway,
it was just not a connection.
Yeah, it was no connection. It was forced. It was something that I shouldn't have been doing. It was something I shouldn't have been doing, and it reflected in the fact that the sex wasn't good.
Yeah, I've been there too. I've been there where you can be with somebody and you can actually love that person, but because you're not supposed to be there, the sex is trash. And it's not trash because the person is trash or because you're trash. You're just not connected and you're not supposed to be connected. See, for me, sex is spiritual.
Exactly.
Sex is spiritual for me. That's why I don't be going around. Like, even though I could and I have in the past, right now, I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table.
Ooh, okay, wait a minute. Okay.
Like niggas be just out here paying for pussy for some random bitches and
No, you just brought up something that I actually want to touch on.
On it?
So the thought process is that when a woman is loose, she doesn't know her worth.
Okay.
But no one ever equates that to a man that's out here just fucking. And what you just said is, I used to do that, but I now know my worth.
Yeah, listen.
So you think that being sexually promiscuous in general, that ties into people not understanding their worth?
It takes your value away. Now, okay, here's the problem with a lot of men have, especially sexually. And I'm not even sitting here trying to fucking boast and brag like I got the best ding-a-ling in the goddamn world, but I'm close.
That's good for me.
Yeah, I'm close. I'm close to the top. And the reason why, and I don't give a fuck about, like, you can have all the physical features that look like an Adonis god and all that crazy ass shit, but like for women, it's literally mental.
Right.
So like niggas be out here. I mean, I can stand next to a motherfucker that they got an 8-pack and a goddamn fucking whatever, 6'2", 8-pack, whatever. Got a whole bunch of millionaire. I promise you, if I can get next to any woman. And I really feel that way. That's the confidence I have in myself. Because I don't lead with all that shit. So a lot of men, the reason why I'm saying that, men don't know what to do with women that aren't impressed by money. So for me, I
understand your worth is attached to more than just a dollar figure.
Fuck yeah. Like
or your looks.
Or my looks. Like my personality has been I'm not, if you look at me physically, I ain't no motherfucking Will Smith or no goddamn, I ain't walking around here like that. I'm the average man. To be honest with you, I am the average man. But what sets me apart is I know how to connect with women mentally. And because I know how to connect with women mentally, it's going to reflect sexually. Because for women, sex is
It starts off
mostly
mental.
in the mind.
It does. It starts off in the
So
mind.
for
first.
me, paying for pussy has never really done nothing for me, because when a woman is attracted to your mental and they're already mentally stimulated, nigga, they're coming at you. Like, I've had to beat women off, and this is no brag, and you know this to be true. I've had to literally push away. Where I see the same women that I've had to push away, I see niggas doing all kind of shit to get. And I just be sitting back watching, because I'm just cool like that. You know, no.
I'm just cool, Mr. Daniel, fighting off the women, beating them off with a bat.
No, we're not gonna do that. I mean, I know what it sounds like, but hey,
that's exactly what it sounded like.
But it's kind of is.
But I mean, I think sex is tied into knowing your worth, which is confidence.
Fuck yeah.
And when you have confidence, it reflects in the bedroom. When you know that, it reflects.
You have to, as a man, walk with big dick energy. Men don't walk with big dick energy; they walk with big pocket energy. You can have a big pocket and a big dick. What's
big
next?
pocket energy versus big dick energy.
Well, you can have both.
Ooh, I don't like big pocket energy.
Because big pocket energy is narcissist.
I prefer
most
big
of the time.
dick energy.
You like big dick energy? Yeah, I walk with big dick energy. I walk with the fucking. I just know my value, and I'm not. And we're only talking about sex, so that's why this conversation. But like, I understand the value. Just like women charge for vagina, they charge for pussy.
So you saying you could charge for your dick?
I could.
I understand that.
I literally could if I wanted to.
I understand that.
So if we ever get in the jam, baby,
right, nigga,
I'll be a motherfucking massage therapist. I'll be a massage therapist. You gonna book my appointments?
I will book your appointments. I most definitely will.
I'll be massaging these motherfuckers. Hey, baby, I got this.
But you know what? That's unfair to massage therapists, because not all massage therapists are out here fingering people. Like, so we need to stop that. Like, massage therapy is literally a form of therapy that is not about sexual release.
I'm talking about what I would be.
Yes.
This would be my niche. My niche would be...
You gonna be that nigga sliding up and down bitches naked?
Yeah, like that nigga. Yep. I'm gonna be that nigga. So I don't even got his body, nigga. He's gonna have a dad bod. He's gonna be a dad bod. Nigga be like, what is this bitch find attractive about him? I'm gonna be like, nigga, bitch, fuck you talking about, man.
Nigga, bitch.
Look. You ever seen a dad bod slide up and down? What? You get this dad bod every night.
I can see your butt now. Oh my
and
God.
I ain't got no ass.
Right?
Everything came to the front. Everything's at the forefront. God ain't blessed me with a big ass. You know what he blessed me with? Yeah.
The absolute most. Consistently
right.
doing the most. But you got a nerve to be like, oh, what did I say? Is you doing the most?
Well, you know.
What button did you just hit?
That was a bomb. I thought it was a round of applause. That's what I thought. There we go. I love having these headphones on. And you don't even know what's happening in this motherfucker.
I know it's something because you're hitting it. But no, but yeah, I think that confidence is what allows you to perform in the bedroom. But the other thing too is that sometimes you don't want to be so overly confident that you don't hear the person that you're having sex with and understand when things change. So
that's where that's where
so you don't want to be that confident.
Yeah, you're so confident you don't even hear your partner. So that's what I had to learn, because I think the situation I was talking about with it, where it might have been bad because there was no connection. It also could have been because I'm like, this is what I'm going to do, because it always works. But what I have learned is everybody wants something different.
So this is what I know. I feel like there are general first time sex tricks, like things that you do like the first 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. Like boom, I'm doing this. But then it comes a point where you have to truly begin to design or evolve the sex to that person.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a basic template of good sex.
Yeah.
Then there's a template for specifically for that person that you have to learn during those 5 times. Like, okay, she really didn't like that, or he didn't really like that as much as he liked this. Okay, so let me switch it up and add more of this than this. So it's like a basic template of this is good sex. This is good sex.
Right. And I guess you can kind of know off the first time if it's going to be good moving forward. Cause it's I'm gonna tell you another thing, man. Sometimes it's not even just men. Like sometimes it's women got trashed pussy too.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'd be some women with some trash pussy talking shit about niggas. I'd be like, yeah.
Walking around talking about they got that WAP energy and
their WAP is you got WAP energy. Like you literally exude WAP energy. You like I'm telling you, like
I don't.
You exude WAP energy and you know it because you get I was just thinking about talking about myself. Nigga, I be having the big niggas off you. And like, you don't even see it. Cause this what I would love for you to have a little bit more confidence in yourself. Just a little bit. You got it. You just be holding yourself.
I think I'm confident in the way that's good for me. Like I'm not gonna sit up here like you just did and talked about how big your dick is and how good it is and how you can sell it on the internet. I'm not gonna do that. That's not my personality.
I didn't say
I know, but that's your way of being confident. That's not my way of being confident. I don't brag or boast. I'm not a bragger. I'm just not. And you are.
Talk that shit.
You're a bragger, but I'm not. And so
Is that a problem?
It could be. It could be very narcissistic sometimes.
Well, we already know.
It could be, yeah, it really could.
I've accepted the fact. That's my shadow work. Through shadow work, I have realized that I'm a narcissist. So when it comes out, I just embrace it. That's just a part of me.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so, but that's how you do things.
Right, I got you.
I'm a little bit more humble when it comes to the way I feel about myself. I kind of prefer others to speak about me. Than for me to speak about myself.
So I was speaking about you, and you don't got to say shit because
I don't have to say nothing because you're speaking for me. So that's how I prefer to operate. And
well, damn, I get it now. There's nothing wrong with that. And ain't nothing wrong with me talking my shit because ain't nobody.
There's nothing wrong with you talking your shit either because
ain't nobody gonna talk about me. Ain't nobody gonna talk about you, but like you.
Yeah, and I have decided to be a little bit more, talk my shit a little bit more, but I still will never be where you are because that's just not my personality.
Yeah, but I'm glad you like and understand my personality, and that's how we communicate. And that communication reflects in the bedroom.
It does. It reflects in the bedroom. Yeah. The better we get, the better the sex is. I could tell when we're off by our sex.
Yeah,
I could literally be like, oh, something's off.
Yeah,
because it was good, but it didn't hit right. And it's like, then that's when you be like, okay, so let's go to the drawing board. Let's figure out what's going on.
But it ain't going to the drawing board like we sitting up there having fucking ESPN fucking sport notes. We just go back to it.
I didn't think that drawing board meant that.
Oh, that's what it sounded like to me.
I didn't think that it meant that.
What did it mean?
It just mean go back to the drawing board, sit down, talk, figure out what's going on, how you feeling, what's on your mind, because you seemed a little distant the other night.
Right.
Like having those checkups. That's what I meant. It had nothing to do with writing up no play. We ain't never did that before. What are you talking about?
That's why it was throwing me off. I was like, what is she talking about?
Nigga, you know how much shit you be talking? I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Probably every other sentence.
Yeah, but I don't call you
maybe
out.
Every other paragraph.
Sentence.
Really?
Sentence.
Damn.
But yeah, so evolving. So what do you think about the different forms of, I guess, sex? So, okay, when I say different forms, I'm talking about like threesomes, I'm talking about anal, I'm talking about, what is it called? BDSM.
Oh, we talking about that fucking, where they tie you up and shit? Bondage type shit? Whoa,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Bondage.
Put my headphones back on for this.
Like, I'm talking about voyeur.
I like voyeur.
Voyeur sex. I'm talking about
So
how do you ask?
That's a good question.
How do you ask your partner to try something new?
Ask, and you shall receive. See, the problem is we don't like to ask, or we don't like to allow. We don't ask for what we want.
I don't think it's that simple. I think that you should know your partner enough to know how to properly ask. There's ways to ask that can come off very rude, and you won't get what you want.
When I say ask, okay. When I say ask for what you want, I'm okay. Back to in the beginning of the episode, you know, a lot of people come to us in conversation and advice, and we just talk about couple shit. You know, I don't know how we've become a couple kind of consult.
No, I don't think we're a consultant. I think that
subject
we're just
matter experts on this shit.
I wouldn't even consider us an expert. I think that what happens is that we've gone through so much that we have a lot of different perspectives to speak from. Yeah. I don't think that
because people really trust us with some.
Yeah, I wouldn't call us an expert.
People really trust us with a whole lot of information. It's just like to say some of the things that we hear. It's like, oh shit! Like,
it's an honor. It's actually an honor that people feel so comfortable around us to speak so freely. Yeah. Because we get to learn things about people. Shit, they introduce us to stuff that be like, oh shit, let's fucking try that shit then. Let's see how the fuck that works.
I say that because we have some.
But that's back to the question.
I know. I'm right. That's what this is what I'm talking about. So this particular person said, if I want oral every night, what do I have to give my mate to receive that? This person was very clear about what they want. The woman is very clear about what she wants. So it's just like, that was a clear ask. What do I have to do? And as long as I'm doing this, I expect that. When everyone tells you don't have expectations, I totally disagree.
So you're saying expectations is okay to have?
Fuck yeah. To know, if it's reasonable.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it's about being reasonable. Yeah. I don't feel like it's nothing that certain asks are just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, come on, relax. But I think everything is a negotiation. I think I think it's fair for someone to put something on the table that they actually want to do, and I think it's fair for the person who is the person that's going to do it to either say, okay, I hear that's what you're looking for, but I probably can't do this here, but I could probably do it here. So how does that look if I do it every 3 days or every 4 days or something like that versus every day, or what does that look like? I think
so.
Every
the ask
part
has to be reasonable for the most.
I mean, most of the time the ask is reasonable in the mind of the person that's asking. Okay. Because you don't necessarily take into consideration the other person when you ask. But I think part of introducing someone to something new is being open to that person asking questions about why, how often, or giving suggestions about how to introduce it to the person to feel comfortable. So you can't just ask and not respect the response back. And you are an asker.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask for what I want.
But you don't like no extra responses. So that's what I'm saying.
No.
Your asking skill is not the problem.
Okay.
But your negotiating skills is the problem.
Explain that. Expound on that.
You're not a negotiator. You're like, no,
that's what I want.
This is what I want. I don't care about your convenience. This is what I want. And
I don't care if your jaw's hurt.
Yeah,
and it's been 3 hours.
Yeah, so I think
that's never happened, by the way.
I would never. Like, at some point, I'm going to bite your dick off. Like, fuck you, nigga. You just sitting here just real dumb for 3 hours.
Just numb as a motherfucker.
3 hours. Just numb with me for 3 hours.
You got
really?
Pretty lips.
3 hours?
You got pretty lips.
3 hours?
I don't even want that. What the fuck am I going to do sitting there for 3 hours?
Stupid. Anyway. That's so stupid.
Oh, shit. If we in Belize.
3 hours.
All right, hour and a half.
Anyway.
I'm not going to last for fucking 3 hours. What are we fucking fooling? 3 hours is way too long.
It's just dumb.
Yeah, fuck that.
I smack the shit out of a nigga. 3 fucking hours. You just fucking here. For 3 fucking hours. Fucking mouth raw, pussy raw. Cause you anyway. Fucking adults. But
we fucking adults. We ain't got 3 hours to waste like that.
Fucking hours out here. That's a little kid.
At this point, you just out there motherfuckers just doing, just pumping.
I mean, if you start back up, I get that. I get the starting and starting back up.
This is what I do.
I get that.
This is why I love how we vacate. When we vacate, we like get us an Airbnb, so we're living in the area where we can do what we want in the house, and we'll take a whole day sometimes and just. It's not 3 hours.
But we do that. We do that. That's an ask for me. So
that is your ask.
So an ask for me, and I've always said this. An ask for me is a day literally doing nothing in the bed, because for me those days are the days where I feel like we connect the most.
Some are doing
sexually.
Nothing in the bed, or just being in the bed and we do nothing for the day.
Like doing nothing meaning like we don't necessarily have to go anywhere. We're watching movies.
Yeah,
we're literally Netflixing and chilling all day,
and that leads to a whole lot of.
Those are the best times for me.
Those are,
and that's my ass that I get that once a week. Like
you
that
do get that once a week.
Yeah,
those are the days when motherfuckers
non-fucking negotiable. This is our Netflix and chill day. Leave us alone. And now that we about to be empty nesters,
oh, it's gonna be a lot of Netflix.
We ain't gotta be in the motherfucking bedroom all the time. So yeah. Anyway, but no. I think really I feel like all of life is about yes, you have the right to ask, and I also have the right to decline.
That's true.
And then. But at the same time, I think again it goes back to communicating, communicating what I can do versus what you can do. So I specifically know most of the time I like Sundays to be my Netflix and chill day, but it doesn't always work out that way.
So it's crazy because it's not just Sundays to be Netflix and chill day. You just be having it could be a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes
it doesn't always
it's a
work
Wednesday
out
because you're a digital nomad.
Yes.
You're home. You're home for the most part working. You could be at Starbucks working. You could be at a fucking on the rocks.
Shit,
in the
I
fucking
can send
mountains.
emails real quick in the midst of watching Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. And then you be like, I got like sometimes you be like, hold on, I gotta send this email off real quick. Boom, and I'll be like, all right, shit. I'll sit there and wait. Motherfucker, be sitting there looking like this Martell bottle, just waiting.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm building up.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think the truth of it all is that yes, definitely ask. Definitely play a part in the experience of sex, not just being your mate's experience, but yours too. Being comfortable with your body, that's a big thing.
That's huge.
I know at one time when I wasn't comfortable with my body, it reflected sexually. So just being comfortable in the new me, the old me, whoever I am at that moment, whatever size I am at that moment, at the end of the day, the pussy don't change. So
I'd be 100% honest. Hey, so like, I'm gonna be careful how I say this. 19-year-old Patrice had some good pussy.
Yes, she did.
She was fucking chocolate and slim. 23-year-old Patrice had some good pussy. She was a little thicker. She was probably like a size 9 or so, I believe, at 23.
No.
23.
I wasn't a 9.
What was you?
At 23, I was more like a 16.
No,
18.
you wasn't.
Yes,
that was
fuck I was.
That was like 29. That was 29, love.
I got out of that 9. I remember when I was in a 9. I didn't stay there long because I got angry and I just stopped looking at the scale. And the next thing I know, I was in a fucking 16. So I know for a fact at 23, I was not a size 9.
How you just go from 9 to 16? You just stop looking at yourself.
I got mad one day. I remember the moment. Oh my God, it's so irritating. I remember the moment when I was like, oh my God, fuck it.
And you just said, fuck it.
And I woke up one day and I was a fucking 16 pushing 18.
Okay, well, you're not there now, which is a beautiful thing. But and there ain't nothing wrong with that because it's some 16. What my point is going through your different sizes. And that pussy did not change. And like right where you are now. So here's the thing. This is why I love you right now more than like any time in our life. Even 19-year-old skin. Like people be wanting to go back to, I want you to look like you did when you was 19. No, I don't. Because when I was 19, I had a thing for MILFs. And they were like your size. It would be like somebody 40. When I was 19, I used to love women that were 40 years old that had like not 40 years old, just frumpy, But 40 years old and you just exude sexuality and you exude sexuality. You are Miss Parker. And I'm telling you, like, this is what I had a fantasy of at 19. A woman. Like a real motherfucking woman. Like, soft and shit. You all soft.
That's that Zen in the
like,
jar.
I was just about to say, you smelling like Zen in the
Yeah,
jar. You
that's that Zen in
smell
the
so
jar.
fucking good, man. God damn.
Got a little sparkle on my shoulder and shit.
Yeah, man. And I love how gold looks against your chocolate skin.
Thank you. Compliments.
Yes.
Compliments. So
Words
it's just
of
about
affirmation.
setting the ambiance. Really, the basis. I feel like sex is not just a moment in the bedroom. It's an all day thing.
Yeah.
Where it starts with how you are towards me during the day, how we touch, the little touches.
Yeah, like when I did like that.
Yeah, that was good. The little touches, the little kisses, the thank yous, that I appreciate you throughout the day. That leads to having great sex. I feel like the key to good sex is communication. And I feel like, yes, you can, because we are sexual beings, I've definitely had good sex with people that I never really communicated with. But that's because at the end of the day, too,
sex.
I wanted to have the good sex. So if my intentions was set to do that,
I'm a lucky
then
man.
it happened.
I'm a lucky man. And the thing is, if any of your past mates, especially your past mates that had a shot when we weren't together, oh man, I know they sick right now. Cause I know you. When I was left and then you were and I was available to, I knew what you were. So when that situation ended, it was just like, I really don't need to look, because I actually know what I want out of life. I want stability in life. Makes sex better too.
It does.
When you ain't
'Cause
gotta
you're
worry,
present.
when you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about shit. Like,
I think sex is definitely a form of being present.
yeah.
Which is the best way to operate in life, because if your mind is all over the place,
Yeah.
it's not going to be right.
And that's why women always look for security. And security doesn't just mean physical, like I can protect you. Walking into a room, like, you think I could beat up everybody.
Because you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can.
This dad bod is fucking standing next to Mike Tyson, and he better stop, because I'm gonna
All
bite
I'm
you.
saying, if you get out on them first, you good.
I never let nobody.
That's all I'm saying. If you get out on anybody
listen.
first, you straight.
That's why I really never lost a fight, because I literally don't even give nobody a chance. I'm going to get out first.
Yeah, kick that nigga in his balls.
Done it before. Balls,
Bite his ear and
throat.
punch him in his jaw.
What? You leave your ass there sleeping. I don't give a fuck how it happens. Yeah, I've done it all. Bite motherfucker in the face. I don't care. Ain't no fucking. What? I throw sand in your eyes. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
do what you need to do to win.
Nigga, I'm 5'8". Nigga, what?
5'7"3/4.
I'm not going back down that road.
It don't matter.
But I have literally laid down motherfuckers. That's not what we're talking about.
You always do this. I don't even know why you brought up the fact that you fight.
BDE.
Right. What was the point?
BDE.
It had no point but to show that you're a big guy.
I am mighty.
I am a fighter and I am a lover.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm both, actually.
I am actually both. So is sex enough to hold a relationship together?
Nah. But sex is not enough to hold a relationship together, but it can tear a relationship apart if it doesn't hold it together. I guess what I'm trying to say is it doesn't hold it together, but if it's not there, it's hard to stay together. You have to have listen. If you are a couple,
So you couldn't be in a sexless marriage, even though you're grown with your person, you communicate really good, but they just don't want to. They just at this moment in their life, they just don't feel like having sex.
no, I could not. And that's just me literally understanding and knowing myself. If we're not having sex, we're not connecting. That is what connects you. That is why God designed.
It's one of the things that connects you.
Yeah, that is one of the things
many
that
things.
one of the many things, but one of the most major things that connects you. Like, if
Major over what?
What you mean?
You said it's major, so in comparison to...
I don't care if the relationship is perfect. If you're not connecting sexually, you're either going to fucking find someone that you connect sexually with, or you're going to just goddamn, you're not going to be connected.
So, okay, so then I have a question for you.
In my opinion, like I can't, everybody's situation is different, but in my opinion, a sexless relationship is not a relationship. Relationships that I've been around where they're not having sex, they're literally not happy with each other.
But some people are asexual. I
They're
think you have
normally asexual people are not with anybody.
Yeah.
Unless it's two asexual people and they're just comfortable with just living. So if you have, let's say, okay, if you have a relationship with two people that have a low sex drive, they can literally lay in the bed every fucking night and just watch TV and go to bed. That's cool. That's their shit. Like, I no longer judge nobody. I'm really cool with understanding that.
So that's why you can't say a sexless marriage is not.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you've corrected me. I stand corrected. But
you can't.
I know myself.
You can't have.
And I guess I can, because you're right. Because there are people out here that just are asexual and they might be together. But a lot of asexual people are normally single people. Sometimes, like it be people like I just literally want to be by myself. I don't have to have sex with nobody. Or if I do have sex, it might be 6 months from now, or it might be somebody I like at the coffee shop, and we just fucking. Most of them people they're asexual, but they have freaky ass escapades. Like they'll meet a random motherfucker in the coffee shop and just fucking the fucking Walmart goddamn parking lot. And
you watch so many porns.
Shit.
That's
real life. That's not just porn.
That's not an asexual. It's not an asexual person fucking in the fucking Starbucks. It's just not. That's sounds like more nympho behavior.
I'm definitely a nympho.
That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's a fantasy that I just.
Yeah, it sounded like a fantasy. That's why I said you watch too much porn.
You want to go to a coffee shop?
I don't mind going to a coffee shop.
Okay. You're parking the Walmart parking lot.
No.
That's voyeur shit.
I'm not doing nothing in no damn Walmart parking lot.
Here's an ask. If I wanted to do something voyeur, something like that's a scenario, right? This is what we're talking about the ask, because you brought up earlier. You brought up bondage. You brought up voyeur. You brought up this. So that's like, if that's a fantasy of mine, right? And I say, man, I want to go to a coffee shop. I want to act like I don't know you. I want to fucking meet you at the car and tell you where I'm parking at. Leave you a note to say, meet me there. And then you meet me there. And then we go and do what we do in the parking lot and pull off and drive. That could be an ask. Now, you could be like, what, nigga? You're crazy. That's fucked up. We'll be like, that's actually sexy. Let's try that. Is that a reasonable ask?
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Okay. Or like going through the car wash.
Oh, that's one of mine. That's one of mine. I'm just trying to find the right car wash. I'm scoping these bitches out. Just trying to find the right one. It's on and popping.
I know. So that's why I brought up the coffee shop. We all have our thing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's you. Like, I know I mentioned the car wash for a reason, because it's like, it's nothing wrong with having these. It's not always you watch too much porn. Sometimes it's just, I want to do some shit, and you are a couple, or if you're not a couple, if that's, you just got a fuck buddy and you just decide to do that. Like, man, human beings are sexual, and I think a lot of people have been deprived of it most of their life, and they can't even enjoy it because it has such a bad taboo thing. Religion definitely. Most people that grew up in the church have a battle with that shit, and it's just like, it's okay to just be sexual. Like, I want to fuck you in the back of the library.
And some people,
I think
you
we
have
did
to
that
be.
before.
We did Virginia State. We did.
That's where that came from. I was like, library. I did have that sex in the library.
It was downstairs in the basement.
In that back little.
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
But yeah, I think it's yes. But I think sometimes too, you have to be patient with your partner, because just because you don't know their childhood and what they went through, like you just said with religion and how religion talks about, it's almost like the same
people
way
could have gone through sexual trauma,
real sexual trauma. It's almost like how It's almost like how we had the story about money story, and then it's also a conversation that needs to have about what's your sex story. Because what are your beliefs about sex?
Yeah.
What are your hard no's? That's a good conversation to have too. Yeah. What are your hard no's? What are your, they call it red, yellow, green, right? Red is the hard no, yellow is it's the maybe, and the green is like, this is always a go. Okay. You can always go in this direction. And it's good to have those conversations, because if you don't, you can't expect your partner to be a mind reader.
Yeah, this is cool because I'm actually enjoying hanging out with more couples because we're actually getting more topics.
Oh, we are, yeah.
We're like, cause this literally was from a conversation this week, so it's cool as fuck that people are. And if you're watching this, go into our fucking inbox. Yeah. Ask a question or give us something that you would like us to talk about. We're open, man. Like, we talking about our sex life. Like,
we're actually not talking about our sex life per se. But anyway, we gotta wrap this up.
Do we? We at that time?
We're at that time.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. Yeah. We gotta go do
axe throwing.
We are going to go axe throwing today.
Yes.
With Renard and Malika.
Yes.
The Scots.
Scotty
Acquisitions.
The Scots are in the building. So yeah, we about to hit up out of here. We're gonna flirt with each other all day today. Touch each other. Yeah. I smell good. He smell good.
What I smell like that. Ooh.
You smell like some ooh. So all those good things, and we'll be back to discuss more next week.
Yes, I'm sure we will have some content, because this week has been a hell of a week.
Oh my gosh, we got so much to get through, but we got unpacking. But we about to be out of here. What's your final thought?
Final thoughts. I think I said my final thoughts in the middle of the show. Sex is not the only thing that will hold a relationship together, but a relationship, I believe, that does not have sex either has a reason that it doesn't have sex, but you should definitely communicate with your partner and get on the same page sexually, man, because we like to hang out, right? And we're around a lot of couples. You literally can tell the difference between the couples who are fucking and the couples who are not fucking.
I like to be around the couples that's fucking.
I like to be
straight
around
like
couples
that.
that's fucking, because they're a lot more fun.
I don't like to be around couples that ain't fucking.
That shit is boring.
Man, it's draining. It's not happy. I don't like this nigga sometimes. Yes, I don't. But I don't want to talk about that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, so, my God. Yeah. Like, goddamn. I don't like this mother. I don't like this.
I prefer to be around couples that I know are having sex, either by just having a baby, because I know that you just popped it wide open because you got that baby, or I could just feel your energy and your love for each other. So that love definitely translates over to just being cool, open, and fun.
Yep.
So stay fun, stay sexy, stay open.
Homie, love a friend.
This is the...
Homie, love a friend.
Homie, love a friend.
Yeah.
Okay, close it out.
This has been another episode of Divine Purpose Podcast with your host, Daniel and...
Patrice Myers.
See you when we see you. Peace.
Namaste, bitch. Peace.